Life is full of moments where we stand at a crossroads, unsure of which path to take. Imagine standing in front of two doors, one marked comfort and the other growth. Which would you choose? This is the story of a young dreamer who finds themselves paralyzed by fear, doubting their potential and clinging to the safety of what they know. But then a voice cuts through the noise, words of wisdom from Denzel Washington. His motivational quotes echo like a guiding light, reminding them that success isn't about luck, but about preparation, determination, and the courage to act. As they wrestle with the decision, the question lingers. Will they embrace the challenge and rewrite their destiny, or retreat into the familiar? The choice is yours, and this story might just inspire you to choose differently. The young dreamer stood there, staring at the imaginary doors, their mind racing with questions. Comfort seemed safe, predictable, no risks, no failures. Growth, on the other hand, felt uncertain, even terrifying. What if they failed? What if they weren't good enough? These thoughts weighed heavy, like chains holding them back. In the quiet of their room, a small notebook sat on the desk. Inside were scribbled dreams, goals, and quotes they'd collected over the years. One quote stood out now more than ever. Asterisk ease is a greater threat to progress than hardship. Asterisk Denzel Washington's voice played in their memory, igniting a flicker of something they hadn't felt in a while, hope. But the fear was relentless, whispering doubts at every turn. Every step toward growth seemed to demand a leap of faith. Could they trust themselves enough to take it? The clock ticked, the decision looming closer. As the dreamer sat in silence, memories began to surface, moments of both triumph and failure. They remembered the time they tried to step out of their comfort zone, only to stumble and retreat, convinced they weren't cut out for more. Those failures had become like shadows, always lurking, always reminding them of the pain of trying and falling short. But another memory emerged, the face of their best friend, someone who always believed in them, even when they didn't believe in themselves. "You have what it takes," their friend had said countless times. Those words clashed against the voice of doubt, creating a storm of emotions. Meanwhile, the world outside seemed to move on without them. Social media flooded with stories of people chasing dreams, making bold moves, and overcoming fears. Each post felt like a reminder of what they hadn't done, what they were too scared to try. And yet, somewhere deep inside, a question refused to be silenced. Asterisk, what if this time is different asterisk? The dreamer's mind raced as the weight of their decision pressed harder. It felt like every choice they'd made in life had led to this moment. The safe path called out like a lullaby, soothing and familiar. But the words of Denzel Washington echoed louder now. Asterisk, don't be afraid to fail big, to dream big. Asterisk, the idea of stepping into the unknown was terrifying, yet it carried a spark of possibility they couldn't ignore. Late into the night, they found themselves pacing the room, the notebook clutched tightly in their hands. Pages filled with aspirations stared back at them, almost daring them to take action. Each word on the paper was a reminder of what they wanted but hadn't yet reached. The conflict inside them grew louder. What would happen if they failed again? What would happen if they didn't even try? The walls of the room seemed to close in, the pressure mounting as the decision loomed larger. The dreamer glanced at the clock. Time was running out. The choice had to be made. But which door would they choose? Just as the dreamer thought they couldn't feel more conflicted, their phone buzzed. It was a message from their best friend. Asterisk, you're stronger than you think. Remember why you started. Asterisk, the timing felt almost eerie, as if the universe had sent a reminder right when they needed it most. But instead of feeling reassured, the message unearthed an even deeper fear. What if they let their friend down too? Suddenly, the dreamer's thoughts shifted. What if this wasn't just about them? What if their choice could inspire, or disappoint, the people around them? The stakes felt higher now, the weight of expectation pressing even harder. Then a twist they hadn't anticipated. A notification popped up about a local competition, a chance to showcase their talents, something they had dreamed of for years. The deadline to apply was tomorrow. This was it, a moment tailor-made for them to take that leap. But the fear screamed louder than ever. Was this an opportunity or a trap set by their own insecurities? The clock kept ticking, the choice now even more urgent, and the pressure almost unbearable. As the night stretched into the early hours, the dreamers sat at their desk, staring at the competition application on their screen. Their heart raced. This was the moment, the choice between staying in their comfort zone or stepping into the unknown. They closed their eyes, Denzel Washington's words echoing once more. Asterisk, you hang around the barbershop long enough. Sooner or later, you're going to get a haircut. Asterisk. With trembling hands, they began filling out the application, their fears still whispering in the background. Each word they typed felt like a small victory over doubt. Finally, with a deep breath, they hit submit. Relief and terror washed over them in equal measure. The next morning, as they prepared for the competition, an unexpected twist came. A second notification appeared, an invitation to a prestigious mentorship program they hadn't even applied for. Their bold move had caught someone's attention, opening a door they never imagined. The choice they made wasn't just about the competition. It had unlocked possibilities they hadn't dared to dream of. The lesson was clear. When you step into the unknown, life sometimes rewards you in ways you never expect. As the dreamer stood backstage at the competition, the nerves were still there, but so was something new, belief. They had taken the first step, and that was already a victory. When their name was called, they walked onto the stage, heart pounding, but with a determination they hadn't felt before. Their performance wasn't perfect, but it was real. The audience's applause was more than they had hoped for, but the biggest moment came afterward. A judge approached them, offering words of encouragement and advice that lit a fire within them. Walking home that night, they realized something important. The real reward wasn't the applause or the opportunity. It was proving to themselves that they could face fear and take a chance. The choice had always been theirs, and now they knew the power of saying yes to growth. Their journey was just beginning, but this time they were ready.